Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with the 17th and final layout using the June hip kit. And I actually had gathered up everything, as you can see here, because I was going to do the Kill Kit video. And then I was like, you know what, just try to get one more out of this. Try to squeeze out one more page. And because when I looked at it at first, I was like, I have a bit of embellishments, but I almost have no pattern papers whatsoever. So I have quite a few branding strips. So I cut a piece of cardstock. I think it was 8.5 by 11. So I just cut it down like 4 inches, 4.5 inches, so that it would be bigger than the photo. And now I'm going to go through and just grab whatever strips I have left. And I'm going to just glue them side by side on the cardstock. And I'm going to use that as the mat for my photo. And it's going to be quite busy. So I'm going to add a piece of vellum just to kind of tone it down. But literally, I mean, you see the papers I have there. This is what I have left. Like, you wouldn't think it's enough to do anything. And even some of the pattern papers are a little too short, like they're not 4.5 inches. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting them in half and putting them on either side, because I know that my photo is going to be right in the center of that, so it doesn't need to be anything in the middle. So even if some of them are a little short, like this triangle paper is going to be a little too short, I'm just going to cut 2 strips and I'm going to cut, kind of put them side by side, and I'm kind of testing to see how much further I have to go. And I had used that 8.5 by 11 to kind of play with some watercolors, and I didn't end up using it. So I figured, this way it's not going to waste. I'm actually going to make 2 of these, and I left it in the video because I thought maybe that I would use a second one for my journaling spot, but I end up having so much fun on my background that I don't want to cover up my background too much, because I like it too much to cover it up. So this is where I decide, this is kind of busy. So I'm taking a stapler, my Tim Holtz stapler, and I'm just stapling the vellum on top, because I know that the photo is going to be over top, so you're not going to see the staples, and I don't have to worry about gluing it down. I'm going to glue that on my photo, and I'm going to trim around so that you can, it has a border. And now I'm going to do the same thing. And like I said, I thought I was going to use it for journaling. Okay, so I just cut that out, but I left this part so that you could see how it looks like. I'm still going to put staples in it and then cut it out, and that would have been really cute to put like a Project Life grid card over top, and it could have held my journaling. So I'm going to clean off my surface, and this is what I have left for pattern paper. So when I do the Kill Kit video, that's what I'm going to show you. A few bits and pieces of pattern papers, and that's it. And that's how I like to leave my kits, that there is nothing left. So now I took a piece of white cardstock from my stash, and what I'm showing you right now is pretty much all the die cut embellishments that I have left. Now there was a few that were stuck in between some Project Life cards, so I didn't end up using it on this page, and I wish I would have seen them, because I would have just plopped them on this layout too and just get them done, get them used up. And all of these, I looked at them quite a few times while I was using the kit, and I don't like to hoard anything, because I know that next month or 2 months from now or 6 months from now, there's going to be another collection that I'm going to love just as much. And like I said, I played with this. At this point I had made 16 layouts, so I felt like I had used it a lot. And so I'm just gluing them down. I'm making sure that I'm going right to the edges and gluing it down, because I'm going to paint right over that, because basically all I'm doing, because it's white cardstock and there's no texture to the background, I mean, it's not a patterned paper, it's just a white cardstock. I'm creating my own texture, so I'm just gluing down embellishments here, there, everywhere, whatever fits. I had a couple of circles from one of my last layouts. I thought I had used them all up. I had a couple left, so I just threw them on there. I had little strips of pattern papers, and I'm going to use them here. Whatever is within reach and is not glued down anywhere, I am gluing it down on the pattern paper or on the cardstock. Now that everything is down, I am going to take my white gesso, because this time I want to cover it up. Excuse me. I want to cover it up. I don't, because the clear gesso is when you want to, you know, be able to do mixed media on your layout, but still see the background. Well, this one here, and actually when I look at it now, it actually doesn't even look that bad, you know, like it kind of looks cute even the way it is now. I could have just plopped the picture on that and been good, but I did want to do some mixed media. I found a template that reminded me of the peacock feathers that I had in my stash. I was like, ooh, I can add some modeling paste, and then I can use the colors that we, one color that came in this kit, and then a color that came in the other kit, and it's pretty cool how it turns out. I really like it. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to add a couple of layers on camera, and then it wasn't, because it's pretty thick because there's so many die cuts and the gesso kind of goes in all the crevices and stuff. So I'm going to do a second coat, and then I'm just going to walk away, and actually that's when I came and did a couple of voiceovers, and then I went back and finished off this layout. I end up putting 3 coats of gesso, and I think on video I only show you 2. The third time I just went and just kind of put that extra coat and then let it dry naturally, because I find, I mean, using the heat tool works, but it warps your paper quite a bit, and I like letting things dry by itself. So I showed you these templates don't have a name, but they have a number, and I got that template at Simon Says Stamp, and it totally, the circles to the left of the template totally reminds me of the peacock feathers. So I'm going to make a few, I'm using some light modeling paste, and I just added it in a few spots on the layout. Now I'm using just my stamp cleaner, and I'm just cleaning my template, and at the same time I'm cleaning my blue mat, because I can't stand that when my blue mat is dirty. I've since bought a new one because I found that this one was getting a little too icky. So this is where I went, and I got the Distress ink from last month's kit, the May kit, and it's called Mermaid Lagoon. And I took this month's color in the Avery L, and that's a pigment ink, and in Daisy. And I'm going to color some of the cork stickers, I guess, or cork shapes. And I'm going to do the word smile. And as you can tell, I colored those in with the Hero Arts white dauber about a week ago. And there's still some white coming off of it. So, well, all I do is, you know, because it kind of messed up my ink pad, you just take a Kleenex or a paper towel, and you just wipe it off right away, and it doesn't ruin your ink pad. And now this is the first time that I did my own, or used my own dauber with that yellow. So I made a little yellow circle, and I put it on top of the little daubers, so that I know that this dauber is for the Avery L Daisy color. And then I realized that I wanted 2 blue arrows, and so I did it again, and it messed up my ink pad again, but it's all good. Like I said, with a paper towel, you can just wipe. As long as you do it right away. I wouldn't leave it on your ink pad because it might, dry on there and then you could ruin your ink pad. But if you do it right away, I mean, you end up taking off a little bit of that blue ink, but it's not a big deal. So that picture there, I had done a layout of the peacock that we had seen at the zoo when we were there in June, and he had opened up his tail feathers, and he was so pretty. And that was one of the pictures that I hadn't used yet, and it was still sitting by my desk. And when I had brought that container of stuff in that Project Life card to do my Kill a Kit video, and I decided to do another page, I was like, what picture am I going to do? Because I still don't have my pictures printed from my vacation, and I need to get on that. Maybe I have one more day off after today, so I need to go so that my next time off that I have my pictures. So anyway, I said, I didn't feel like going through my card and figuring out a picture to print, and so I just like, that picture's printed, let's use that. And then I thought using that blue ink, the Distress Ink Mermaid Lagoon and the Daisy Avery L would be perfect for this peacock. And then when I found that template that looked like the peacock's feather, I was like, that was just perfect. So I'm going to use the word smile that was from the Crate Paper Journey, and I colored it with a Distress blue ink. And then I was looking, to kind of finish my title, and I decided on using the Teresa Collins tiny stickers, and they're black and white, and the title's just going to say, "This makes me smile." Now, because I had done the modeling paste on the background, it still wasn't dried up, so I kind of played, with the background with ideas what I could do with the picture for a bit, and then I just turned off the camera and waited for it to kind of dry up. Now, that blue and that yellow makes the perfect peacock feathers colors. Like, it's the exact same color. Like, if I could have made that picture a little bigger and you could have seen the colors, it was exactly the same. Now, I did, the mixing, and then now I'm adding more just the blue and then just the yellow, and then now the three colors on there looks like the peacock feathers. So that turned out really good. I had really, when I started the layout, I didn't know I was going to do this. Now, if I was going to change anything, I think with the messiness of the inks, I think I would contain it more to the center of the layout. I'm kind of like all over. I still like it, but I just wish that I would have contained it more to the middle and left a little bit more white space around the photo. But me and white space, I have so much trouble with that. I just, yeah. I fill up my pages quite a bit, so it's something that I am working on. And like I said, but with every page that you do, you kind of learn something that, next time I'm going to do this or I'm not going to do that. And so it's not a waste. The memories on there, and really this is just a picture of a peacock. So, and the background is pretty. So I added some foam tape, and I'm using some 3D foam tape, and it's a huge roll. And I got mine at Custom Crops, but they've closed, must be over a year and a half ago, or it feels like it's been a long time since they closed. But you can get those rolls on Amazon, and I couldn't find it on Amazon Canada for the longest time. And when I looked at the one USA, they weren't shipping to Canada, but I've since found some on the Canada website, and I've ordered myself another roll. And thank you, Mari Clark, for letting me know that it was on Amazon. on our Amazon, I guess. And so now I'm all set. I'm not as, afraid of running out of that foam tape. So I'm going to use a couple of those arrows, and this page is so busy as far as color and, the background with all the embellishments that I colored over, that really on top of the layout, all I added was the title, a few arrows, and 3 stars. And that's it. And I'm not even going to journal on this because I know the title kind of says it. It makes me smile when I see, the wonders of nature. It's just so pretty. And then I added 3 of those silver stars. I'm going to add some Heidi Swap Color Shine in the black velvet, I believe it's called, because I did add those Teresa Collins tiny stickers in the black and the white. So I just added some splatters in the black to kind of tie that in, and that's it. Here are some close-ups of the very last layout using the June Hip Kit. So be watching for the Killikit video that will be following this video. So thanks for watching. Bye.